Hello everyone, welcome back to Luis Discusses Everything. And in today's video, we're going to discuss the Biden 2024 speech. Essentially, the State of the Union. Sorry, didn't know why I went on an unloading there, but essentially, yes, this is the topic of this video. So I waited a couple days to make this video because I saw the State of the Union speech live. I was actually in DC when I saw that, the State of the Union speech, and it was interesting. I mean, we always need to grade Biden on a curve when it comes to these things, right? Because when you compare him to Obama or frankly any other order, any other set of presidents, he's not a very good speech writer or deliverer, right? But in this one, let's focus on the particular topics, right? He made the choice, for anybody who just started, looked at this speech, he made the choice to begin talking about Ukraine in his speech, right? Which was quite odd considering that, there's not much in the way of support for foreign intervention, but it looks like amongst his Democratic constituency, Ukraine is one of his better polling topics. So he started off with Ukraine. He went on ahead with Roe versus Wade, then with the procedure for which you start freezing embryos in order for you to have kids in the future. That procedure, what happened in Alabama, it escapes my IVF, I think it is IVF. So he talked about IVF, and then he proceeded to talk about the economy. I think his strongest points were really like Roe versus Wade, IVF, the economy. I think he really made he took the chance to make a strong point on those, and he did what he needed to do most, which is to say, hey, yes, I'm old, but I'm still qualified for this job, which is like one of the reasons why he was polling so low. I think the main reason is his policy on Gaza, which is horrendous in my opinion. You're basically supporting genocide, but that's my opinion. And then he took a long time to go from this picture all the way up to the podium. I think I counted like 20 minutes. And he also arrived late because there were a lot of protests around the Capitol blocking his access to the Capitol. So they had to take a long route around. There was also Marjorie Taylor Greene dressed up in a weird attire. And if you look at any social media account, you'll see how that his immediate reaction to Marjorie Taylor Greene's attire was hilarious and became a meme. I love the internet for that. And then he proceeded to talk about the border. Like he left the topics that he's most underwater closer to the end of the speech, because we know most people who watch the speech stay for around the first 20 minutes, right, of the speech, and this lasted for well over an hour. And in that aspect of the speech, he talked about the border. He said, like, oh, no, we try to pass a border bill, which I do not support because it's very draconian in my opinion. But anyway, he had the rhetorical victory over the Republicans, right? Because he said, oh, we had a deal, bipartisan deal, the strong deal to be made, and you guys didn't take it. So he made that point across. The last thing was Gaza, and his last point on Gaza, which I think was the most horrendous one, which was, that 6-week ceasefire and some milquetoast promise about a two-state solution, which has happened, is more like a myth at this point. But yeah, not good policy. I have very strong opinions on his policy towards Gaza, and I think it's, like I said, horrendous, and he's basically aiding and abetting a genocide. So yeah, that's the summary of the speech. But I think the biggest takeaway that a lot of news outlets took from this speech. I'll see if I can pull one up. Yeah, here they are. We have the reaction from run-of-the-mill politicians from the White House account touting how great it was. I mean, this is Kamala Harris and Barack Obama, so they're going to say what they want to say. This guy over here, he is in the House of Representatives, so he actually took over temporarily as Speaker Tim Poor during the Kevin McCarthy ouster earlier in the year. I mean, reactions are partisan as you can expect, but overall, I think coming out of the State of the Union, 60%, it was like 40% of the country felt, or those polled felt, that we were on the right, like the State of the Union was a positive event. And then after the State of the Union, it became 60% of those. So people got a different look at the president, and I think he got a pretty sizable bump from the State of the Union, and he set himself up for the 2024 election cycle. And yeah, I think that's the summary. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on what you thought about the State of the Union address, and I want you to leave it in the comments. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.